Приветствую всех, это я, Лёх, сказал Going, и мы продолжаем играть в замечательную игру Mass Effect. Да, Кайден? Да, здесь очень спокойно. Так, ага. А почему это у меня не изучено? Что-то я не помню. Ну ладно. Так, это изучили. Здесь больше вроде ничего нет. С советом поговорить нам нужно будет потом на верхнем этаже, но погодя, потом все, зачем сейчас? Лучше сюда.
Hello there, human. Sincere apology, but I am here on business and cannot be distracted right now.
You seem distressed. Is there something I can do to help?
Alarmed response. You overheard that, did you? This is all going so wrong, and it is the Asari consort's fault. She's the one who started all this.
What did this Asari do to get you so upset?
I cannot speak more about this problem. It is too sensitive. Suffice it to say, she has compromised my authority as a diplomat.
Where can I find this Asari consort?
She is across the bridge from here. Her offices are easy enough to spot. Good day, human.
EarthClan, you are in the wrong place, I think. Your ambassador is next door in the large office.
Chastising remark. Don't be so rude, Den. At least introduce yourself.
I am Din Korlak, Volus ambassador. Is there something I can do for you, EarthClan?
What is this place?
You are in the embassy for the Volus and the Elcor.
Your ambassador is next door, in his own office.
In this shared space, I aid my fellow Volus when I'm not being interrupted.
I'd like to know more about the Volus.
I'm sure our history and culture would bore you, EarthClan.
Actually, I would like to know more about your history.
My people came to the Citadel shortly after the Asari and Solarians had discovered it. We were instrumental in establishing a standardized galactic economy. However, despite our long association with the Citadel and our many contributions to galactic society, we still do not hold a seat on the Council.
Tell me about Volus culture.
We are tribal by nature, but our ways are not violent. We barter and trade our lands and tribe members in order to increase status. Larger tribes often engulf smaller ones and eventually split again. Our society is very malleable, and our government is always shifting and changing. Since we're not physically adept, we trade our services for protection.
What is it you do here?
I look out for the best interests of the Volus people. No easy task considering how often we are overlooked by the Council.
Chastising rebuke, Den. The Council favors your species greatly.
You are naive. The EarthClan will be invited to the Council long before our species will.
Why aren't the Volus or Elcor part of the Council?
All species must prove themselves before they join the Council. All but the EarthClans, it would seem.
Dismissive. Ignore the Volus ambassador, human. He is incorrect in his assessment.
Really? How long have we been waiting? How long do you think we'll continue to wait? Bah, this talk is wasted on the humans.
You seem to have a bit of a chip on your shoulder, Din.
You humans are new to the Citadel, and yet the Council has granted you great favor.
Chastising rebuke, Den. Your species has always been granted many concessions. Volus territory has expanded tenfold since coming to the Citadel.
Details. We still have no real say in the decisions that affect Citadel space.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Yes, yes. Good day, Earth Clan.
Pleased greeting. Human, it is always good to see your kind. I am Ambassador Kalen. Genuine query. Is there something I can do for you this day?
Why do you explain what you're about to say?
Our people communicate less through words and more through scent and slight movements. Plainly, we discovered our vocal expression was not enough to convey the feelings of our conversations to other species.
Why do you bother, Kalen? These Earth Clan don't really care about our ways.
Remorseful response, Din. You don't truly believe that, and if you do, I am very sorry for you.
Tell me more about your species.
Genuine enthusiasm. I delight in telling the history of my people. It is agreeable to share our culture with others.
Tell me about the history and origins of the Elcor.
The Elcor were just beginning to explore Council space when the Asari first made contact with us. With their help, we discovered the relay closest to our system, and from there the Citadel. Proudly, within one lifetime we established a regular route to the Citadel, and quickly became one of the more active species living on this great station.
I'd like to know more about the culture of the Elcor.
Frankly, we Elcor prefer the safety and familiarity of our own colonies to the confines of space travel. Our society is built on small, tight-knit groups, though we are always welcoming to outsiders. Our government tends to be very stable. Our people are not very comfortable with sudden changes.
What do you do here?
Modestly, I work to bring the problems and the requests of the Elcor groups to the attention of the Council.
Ha! They only give us these positions to keep us quiet. The Council doesn't care about our races.
Chastising rebuke. Your tone is inappropriate, Din. This human is not to blame for your malcontent or your misconceived suspicions.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Sincere farewell. Good day to you, human. Enjoy your time on the Citadel.
Отлично поговорили просто с очень хороший персонаж. Ну, конечно, Дин Корлок, он просто великолепен. Да? Я чувствую, ты хочешь пойти на революцию? Ну, потом когда-нибудь, да, потом. Сейчас дела. У тебя еще световой меч, вон. Ну, ладно. Так, кодекс.
The Volus, the Elcor, the Volus are a member species of the Citadel with their own embassy, but they are also a client race of the Turians. Centuries ago, they were voluntarily absorbed into the hierarchy, effectively trading their mercantile prowess for Turian military protection. Erun, their homeworld, lies far beyond the normal life zone of its star. However, the world has a high-pressure greenhouse atmosphere that traps enough heat to support an ammonia-based biochemistry. As a result, the Volus must wear pressure suits and breathers when dealing with other species, as conventional nitrogen-oxygen air mixtures are poisonous to them, and in the low-pressure atmospheres tolerable to most species, their flesh will actually split open. Volus culture is tribal, bartering lands and even people to gain status. This culture of exchange inclines them to economic pursuits. It was the Volus who authored the Unified Banking Act, and they continue to monitor and balance the Citadel economy. The Elcor are a Citadel species native to the high-gravity world Dakuna. They are massive creatures, standing on 4 muscular legs for increased stability. Elcor moves slowly, an evolved response to an environment where a fall can be lethal. This has colored their psychology, making them deliberate and conservative. Elcor's speech is ponderous and monotone. Among themselves, scent, slight movements, and sub-vocalized infrasound convey shades of meaning that make a human smile seem as subtle as a fireworks display. Since their subtlety can lead to misunderstandings with other species, the Elcor often go out of their way to clarify when they are being sarcastic, amused, or angry. Dacuna's high gravity impedes mountain formation. Most of the world consists of flat, open plains, which prehistoric Elcor wandered across in small family bands. Modern Elcor still prefer open sky, and can become restless and uncomfortable on long starship journeys. The Council is an executive committee composed of representatives from the Asari Republics, the Turian Hierarchy, and the Solarian Union. Though they have no official power over the independent governments of other species, the Council's decisions carry great weight throughout the galaxy. No single Council race is strong enough to defy the other two, and all have a vested interest in compromise and cooperation. Each of the Council species has general characteristics associated with the various aspects of governing the galaxy. The Asari are typically seen as diplomats and mediators. The Solarians gather intelligence and information. The Turians provide the bulk of the military and peacekeeping forces. Any species granted an embassy on the Citadel is considered an associate member, bound by the accords of the Citadel Conventions. Associate members may bring issues to the attention of the Council, though they have no input on the decision. The Human Systems Alliance became an associate member of the Citadel in 2165.
Good day, Commander. The human ambassador is up the stairs, first room on the right.
You know who I am?
Yes, I receive reports on all newly arrived dignitaries and notable people.
What is this place?
This is the Presidium. More specifically, you are at the Citadel embassies. If you have more questions, please access Avina.
What's that?
Oh, Avina is the virtual guide for the Citadel. Feel free to access the terminal yourself.
What's your name? What do you do here?
My name is Sephiria. I'm the administrative assistant for the embassies.
You seem to be distracted.
The embassies are the hub of all Citadel politics. When you represent trillions of citizens, it tends to get a little busy.
I should be going now.
Have a pleasant day.
Станция Цитадель, кольцо Президиума. Кольцо – замкнутое круговое парковое пространство, которое соединяет жилые сектора. До него находится посольство влиятельных рас и частные резиденции галактической элиты. В Президиуме находится большое количество открытых ресторанов, баров и роскошных мест отдыха. Уровень гравитации равен 1/3 земного. На потолок Президиума выводится голографическое изображение неба. В отличие от жилых кварталов, где жизнь бьет ключом 24 часа в сутки, 7 дней в неделю, сутки в Президиуме длятся 20 часов, 6 из которых составляет ночь, на время которого приглушает свет огней, а небо переходит в ночной режим. Многие офисы и резиденции имеют открытую структуру. Зачастую у посольства отсутствуют внешние стены. Преступность не является проблемой благодаря серьезному контролю территории Президиума силами СБЦ и установленными повсюду средствами слежения. Похитители сразу обнаруживают и берут под стражу. В кольце находится космопорт Цитадели. Близость к центру облегчает посадку, а сниженная гравитация упрощает работу с грузом. Сотни кораблей проходят через космопорт Цитадели каждый день. У каждой расы, располагающей посольством, имеет собственный стыковочный шлюз. В центре кольца находится башня, в которой заседает совет цитадели. Башня возвышается на расстоянии более километра, параллельно секциям, в которых расположены жилые сектора. Поскольку она находится в центре вращения, центробежная сила в ней крайне мала. Гравитация поддерживается полем и эффектом массы под углом 90 градусов к кольцу и жилыми секторами. В верхней части башни находится консульский стыковочный шлюз, который обычно используется дипломатическими курьерами и агентами «Спектр». В нем находятся челноки для эвакуации членов Совета в случае необходимости. Вот оно как. Сори, что читаю как дурачок, ну, бывает. Skip. Stop. Stop it. Get some help. А где еще что-то?
The Asari were the first species to discover the citadel.
И у нас что, про Азари не
The
было? Чё?
Asari were the first species to discover the citadel. When the Solarians arrived, it was the Asari who proposed the establishment of the Citadel Council to maintain peace throughout the galaxy. Since then, the Asari have served as the mediators and centrists of the Council. An all-female race, the Asari reproduce through a form of parthenogenesis. They can attune their nervous system to that of another individual of any gender and of any species to reproduce. This capability has led to the unseemly and inaccurate rumors about Asari promiscuity. Asari can live for over 1,000 years, passing through 3 stages of life. In the maiden stage, they wander restlessly, seeking new knowledge and experience. When the matron stage begins, they meld with interesting partners to produce their offspring. This ends when they reach the matriarch stage, where they assume the roles of leaders and counselors.
А так. Ну все, теперь здесь точно все. Журнал, ну здесь типа, да, отправляйтесь в башню, все дела. Нафиг нам эта башня, идем к Авине.
Allow me. Greetings and welcome to the Presidium. My name is Avina, and I am pleased to be your virtual guide throughout this level of the Citadel Space Station.
So are you a person or a program?
I am a fully interactive virtual intelligence, programmed to provide spontaneous guidance at predetermined locations of interest throughout this level of the Citadel. I may also be contacted through any of the Presidium VI terminals, should you require assistance.
Give me the tour.
You are standing at Presidium Tourism Terminal 1. On either side of this lobby are the embassies of the various Citadel races, along with CSEC headquarters. On the far end of this level, you can see the Citadel Tower, where the Council meets regularly to discuss matters of interstellar importance.
I want to know more about Citadel security.
Citadel security serves as law enforcement for all regions of the Citadel, though the majority of officers serve in the wards. Executor Palin, a Turian, is the current head of CSEC, but individuals from virtually every species across Citadel space serve as officers beneath him. If you wish to learn more, Executor Palin's office is located in the CSEC headquarters just across the lobby.
Tell me about the embassies.
Each species in Citadel space important enough to be consulted on matters of galactic politics maintains an embassy on the Presidium. The Volus were the first non-council species to be granted an embassy, roughly 2,384 galactic standard years ago. As Citadel space has expanded, more embassies have been added. The most recently added embassy belongs to your own species, humanity. It was added 19 galactic standard years ago, despite some rather vocal opposition.
Why were people trying to keep my species out?
Some species felt humanity was given preferential treatment. It often takes a century or more before a new species is granted an embassy. The Council gave a great deal of thought to this matter. In the end, they decided humanity's impact on Citadel space was significant enough to warrant an embassy.
Do you agree with their decision?
I am not programmed to make that kind of qualified judgment. My code is limited to information and simple interaction simulations.
Do you know anything about specters?
The term Spectre is derived from the branch of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance. Each Spectre agent is hand-picked by the Council. Their primary role is preserving galactic stability and resolving volatile situations that cannot be handled through normal political channels. In this role, they are granted extraterritorial rights and jurisdictions. Spectres answer to no law or authority except the Council itself.
What can you tell me about the Citadel Council?
Originally, the council consisted of representatives from the Asari and Solarians, the two dominant species in Citadel space. Roughly 1,304 galactic standard years ago, Turians were invited to join the council in recognition of the role they played during the Krogan Rebellion. Since then, the three council races have worked together to ensure the peaceful coexistence of the galactic community, while preserving individual autonomy for each species.
It can't be as simple as that. There must be problems somewhere in the system.
I am not programmed to make that kind of qualified judgment. My code is limited to information and simple interaction simulations.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, and thank you for using Avina.
Конечно,
Please enjoy your
благодарю,
visit
конечно,
to
ты...
the Citadel.
Ну, не то, чтобы много чего-то рассказал, но все же спасибо. Почему Азарь? Слушай, как у тебя дела? Вы знаешь, на одно лицо все. Ну ладно. О, наконец-то Альянсу вижу. А смотрите на этого красавца, на эту ящерку. Великолепен, просто великолепен. Ну, а Зари, типа, не скучные. Не слишком идеальные, типа. Да? Да. Так, кодекс.
Biotics is the ability of rare. A virtual intelligence is an advanced form of user interface software. VIs use a variety of methods to simulate natural conversation, including an audio interface and an avatar personality to interact with. Although a VI can provide a convincing emulation of sentience, they are not self-aware, nor can they learn or take independent action. VIs are used as operating systems on commercial and home computers. Minimal VI agents are also available. Agents are compact and specialized. Some serve as personal secretaries, filtering calls and scheduling meetings based on user-defined priorities. Others are advanced search engines, propagating themselves across the extranet to collate user-requested data. Commercial VIs in a variety of stock personalities are available at any software retailer. Boutique firms and hobbyists also build unique VIs to personal specification. Although software emulation of living personalities is illegal, reconstructions of famous historical figures are common.
Найс. Так, второстепенные. Здесь все. Right. Все. Сохранились. Потом. И... Давайте еще зайдем. Ох, Эшли Вильямса, как ты меня бесишь. Поскорее бы тебя заменить на кого-нибудь. Так.
I can't believe I landed a job here. This place is fantastic.
В каком месте? Ну, конкретно, пожалуйста, что здесь фантастического?
Human, delighted welcome. It is good to meet you.
Ты в курсе, что ты не можешь видеть этот экранчик? Ну ладно. Так, кодекс. Конвенции Цитадели. Эти дипломатические переговоры начались после восстания Кроганов, как результат разрушительных последствий конфликта и попытка оградить Совет от беспощадных приемов войны, которые использовали Кроганы. Конвенции регламентируют использование оружия массового поражения. ОМП вносит изменения в окружающую среду. Бомба, в результате взрыва, которой остается огромная воронка, не считается ОМП. Бомба, последствием применения которой возникает ядерная зима, считается. Применение ОМП запрещено на зеленых планетах типа Земли, экосферы которых позволяют заселение. Уничтоженной обитаемой планете не найдется замена в течение миллионов лет. Конвенции не запрещают использование ОМП на планетах с враждебной окружающей средой или на закрытых космических станциях. Военные многих рас продолжают производство такого оружия и сохраняют стратегические запасы. Согласно конвенциям, оружие подразделяется на группы, соответствующие уровню опасности Согласно конвенциям, оружие подразделяется на группы, соответствующие уровню опасности. Оружие первой группы представляет собой наибольшую угрозу галактической безопасности. Группа 1. Оружие, способное нанести огромный кинетический урон, например, сброшенный с орбиты астероид или станция. Подобные средства можно найти практически в любой системе, в виде обломков, оставшихся в результате образования планет. Их часто используют террористы и расы третьего мира. Группа 2. Оружие, самопроизводящееся бесконтрольными способами, такое как нанотехнологии, вирусные или бактериологические организмы, неймановские устройства и нейманские. Разрушительные компьютерные вирусы. Подобное оружие может бездействовать тысячелетиями, ожидая, когда беспечный путешественник доставит его на другую планету. Группа 3. Оружие, в результате использования которого производится огромный выброс энергии, такое как ядерные боеголовки и антивещество. Группа 4. Заселение чужеродными формами жизни с целью нарушить экологический баланс. Изменение окружающей среды может занять годы, поэтому его сложно доказать. Фарикенский договор. Учитывая огненную мощь дредноутов, расы, входящие в Совет, решили на Фариксенской космической конференции установить коэффициент, ограничивающий постройку этих кораблей. Расы были поделены на 3 группы. В первой и главной группе находятся миротворческие флотурианцев. Во вторую группу входят оставшиеся расы Совета, азарии и соларианцы. Союзные расы, в числе которых Альянс систем, составляют третью группу. Соотношение количества дредноутов для всех групп равняется 5 к 3 к 1. На каждый дредноут землян приходится 3 дредноута азарий и 5 турианских. Вот так-то. Здесь больше ничего. Такс. Я сюда пришел, да. Не очень умен, сори. Вот, директор Палин. Ну, погодите, директор, прошу секундочку внимания. Точнее, ну да. Немножечко глупенький. Не серчайте. Да елки-палки, папа. Найс. Предупреждение. Следующее сообщение было отправлено несколькими адресатами экстранета с учетной записи, следить которую не удалось. Требуется дальнейший мониторинг. Дорогой друг Биотик, ты получил это сообщение, потому что у нас общая цель. Немногие нас понимают и уж тем более поддерживают. Нам нужно держаться вместе. Мы должны построить наш новый мир. Присоединяйся к нам. Мы ждем тебя в скоплении Эйты Хокинга. Только объединившись, мы сможем бороться за несправедливость по отношению к нам. Звучит интригующе.
Well, they've built themselves quite the lake. Wonder if anyone ever drowned in it.
Озеро великолепно.
Commander Shepard, I didn't expect to see you here. Did Ambassador Udina send you?
I came on my own. I need information.
You humans are always so curious, always sticking your fingers into someone else's pie. Is that the right expression? Never mind, forget I asked. Was there something you needed, Commander?
I get the feeling you're not too fond of humans.
No, I just don't trust your kind. Not yet. You humans are eager to take all the power you can get, and you're being given a lot. If the Council wants to make humanity their new favorite pet, that's their business. But I don't have to like it.
What do you know about the Spectres?
They're the right hand of the Council, or so they like to be called. More like the underhanded side of the Council.
What do you have against the Spectres?
I can't abide any organization that considers itself above the law. Especially when it's left up to each individual Spectre to decide when and how to bend the rules.
Tell me about CSEC.
CSEC provides necessary police and security services throughout the Citadel. We're a civilian government agency, though many of our members have had military training. Of course, as the CSEC representative to the Council, I spend most of my time liaising between the two.
Tell me about your investigation into Saren.
Sorry, Commander. I don't make a habit of giving out details about ongoing investigations.
I'll be going now.
Goodbye, Commander.
Так. Станция Цитадель, СБЦ. Служба безопасности Цитадели – организация, находящаяся в подчинении Совета Цитадели, в состав которой входят добровольцы, желающие отнести полицейскую службу. СБЦ насчитывает 200 тысяч сотрудников, которые обеспечивают охрану порядка на густонаселенной Цитадели. Они также осуществляют таможенные функции, занимаются преследованием пиратов и проводят поисковые операции скопления цитадели. В СБЦ существует 6 подразделений. Охрана порядка состоит из офицеров, одетых в униформу, которые осуществляют патрулирование по цитадели и реагируют на происшествия. Отдел расследований состоит из следователей, занимающихся расследованием преступлений и поиском преступников. Таможня занимается проверкой груза и багажа тысячи пассажиров, прибывающих каждый день на цитадель. Отдел сетевых технологий занимается расследованием киберпреступлений, таких как кража личности и интеллектуальной собственности, проникновение в компьютерные сети и вирусные атаки, а также незаконное применение искусственного интеллекта. Отдел особого реагирования. В его задачи входят освобождение заложников, разминирование бомб и обезвреживание тяжеловооруженных преступников. В случае маловероятной ситуации, когда атакующий проникнут на станцию, его сотрудники становятся передним краем обороны, поэтому экипированы снаряжением военного уровня. Патруль. Космическая пехота, корабли, которые рассредоточены по всему скоплению. В отличие от сотрудников других подразделений, они редко появляются на цитадели и задерживаются ненадолго. Работа в СБЦ считается престижным занятием. К резюме должны прилагаться рекомендации советника цитадели или посла союзной расы. Обычно кандидаты имеют за плечами годы безупречной службы в рядах вооруженных сил или органов правопорядка своей расы. Но принимаются во внимание и претенденты без большого опыта, проявляющие заметные способности. Между СБЦ и спектрами часто возникают конфликты. Многие сотрудники СБЦ, в частности директор Винари Палин, считают, что предоставление спектрам неограниченных полномочий опасно. Действия Сарана и Артериса подтвердили обоснованность такой позиции. Спектр, в свою очередь, обеспокоен ситуациями, в которых стремление СБЦ соблюдать предписания мешает им проводить свои расследования. Но все же, спектры важны. Так.
This place seems strange. Wish there were more humans around.
С чего здесь должно быть много людей, я не понимаю.
What do you want? Oh, Commander. Is there something I can do for you?
Relax, Private. This isn't an inspection.
Right, sorry. What can I do for you, Commander?
What can you tell me about the Asari consort?
Well, she's an Asari who works here as... That is, she helps people with things.
You never went to see her, did you, Fredericks?
No, I never did. I couldn't afford it. It costs half a year's credits just to go in and talk to her.
Can you at least tell me where I can find her?
Sure. She's across the bridge from the embassies.
Thanks, kid. Have fun. Try not to get into too much trouble.
I will. Have fun, that is.
Hello, Commander. Can I get you something?
What have you got?
Information, mostly. Would you like to know about some points of interest nearby?
What's going on around here?
Well, you found the embassies, not much going on here. Across the bridge, you'll find the bank, the Emporium, and Shaira's. If you haven't heard of her, you soon will. If you need supplies, you can try the markets one level below. For entertainment, I'd try Flux or Cora's Den.
What is Shaira's?
The consort? She entertains clients who can afford her services. Most of the diplomats and ambassadors have visited her at one time or another. She's a very powerful woman, but also very respected.
Tell me about Flux and Cora's Den.
Well, Flux has gambling and dancing, certainly more lively than this place. Cora's Den, on the other hand, well, let's just say it's livelier and deadlier, all at the same time.
Goodbye.
Не скажу, что ты много мне рассказал, но благодарю.
I don't have time to talk now. I'm very busy.
Да, пошла ты к черту. Что значит busy?
Commander, good to see you again.
You have to be tough with these aliens. They won't respect you otherwise.
Я будущий спектр. Я великолепен, а ты тут мне что-то хочешь сказать, что не хочешь общаться со мной? Ну что это? Что это такое вообще? Разве так можно? Нет, разумеется, нельзя. Так. Куда нам еще можно? Ну, еще к спутнице, наверное. Окей. Ну, сейчас на соларианцев посмотрим. Супер-мега забавная раса. Супер-мега. Так. Не понял, а что это за... Что твоя костная маска на лице? Она какая-то фиговенькая. А где у тебя отметины? Тебя ж никто не уважать не будет. Ёлки-палки. Чужак. Ладно. Ты-ты-ты-ты-ты-ты. Ещё.
I've had my office rearranged 5 times now.
5 times? Why? What do they want?
How should I know? It's not like keepers offer an explanation for what they're doing.
And yet, everyone just lets them go on doing whatever it is they do.
What choice do we have? If you try to stop them, they just shut down and another one replaces it.
Just strange that we know so little about them.
Not to mention frustrating.
Да, я тоже огорчен. Так, ну сейчас мы пойдем туда, конечно, но... One second, please. Мы еще должны тут что-нибудь проверить. Ну, снова Авина. Может, что-нибудь новенькое расскажешь?
Welcome to Presidium Tourism Terminal 3. Here in the financial district, a number of businesses offer various goods and services to their exclusive clientele. The statue you see before you was commissioned to honor the Krogan soldiers who gave their lives to protect Citadel space during the Rachni Wars. In the aftermath of the Krogan rebellions, several embassies petitioned to have the statue removed. However, this motion was eventually quashed by the Council.
What were the Rachni Wars?
Nearly 2,200 years ago, explorers seeking to expand Citadel space opened up mass relays leading to systems controlled by the Rachni. A highly intelligent and aggressive insect race, the Rachni unleashed a war of conquest against the rest of the galaxy that lasted for nearly 3 centuries. The emergence of the Krogan finally turned the tide in favor of the Citadel species. Krogan forces provided the numbers necessary to halt the Rachni advance and drive them back. The Krogan then pursued their retreating fleets. Able to survive the harsh environments of the Rachni homeworlds, the Krogan hunted their enemy to extinction.
Was it really necessary to wipe them out?
I am sorry, but a value judgment of that nature goes beyond my programming.
Why did the Council fight so hard to keep the statue?
The Krogan were instrumental in saving the galaxy from the Rachni threat. The Council believed this historical fact should not be forgotten. The Council also hoped that preserving the memorial would improve diplomatic relations with the Krogan and bring about a peaceful resolution to the rebellions. Unfortunately, the Krogan refused to negotiate and only surrendered after their population and homeworlds had been ravaged by the Turians.
Tell me more about the Krogan rebellions.
In recognition of their efforts during the Rachni Wars, the Krogan were granted several new colony worlds by the Council. Over the next 400 years, the Krogan species began to expand. Blessed with an extremely high birth rate, their numbers began to swell. Faced with a critical overpopulation crisis, the Krogan started a violent colonization of nearby worlds inhabited by other Council species. The Krogan rebellions had begun. For a full century, the Council and its member species fought to bring the Krogan under control. With the aid of the newly discovered Turian Empire, they were ultimately successful.
You needed the Krogan to stop the Rachni, then you needed the Turians to stop the Krogan. So who's gonna stop the Turians?
I am sorry, but that question is beyond my programming parameters. The Turians are members of the Citadel Council. They are not a threat to galactic peace.
Особенно Саран, мне кажется, самый мирный представитель данной расы.
That's all for now.
Thank you for using Avina.
Кроганы. Восстание Кроганов. По завершении рахнийских войн размножающие Кроганы начали экспансию в соседние системы. Военные лидеры использовали своих лучших солдат для захвата территорий, входящих в Совет рас, которым по-прежнему были благодарны Кроганам за освобождение от Рахни. На протяжении нескольких веков Кроганы занимали одну планету за другой, но всегда нужна была еще одна, последняя. Когда Совет потребовал освободить иллюзию колонии Азари, Кареда, полководец Кроганов, разгромил войска Цитадели, заявив, что им придется отвоевать свои планеты. Но Совет принял меры предосторожности. Из лучших агентов горы и охотниц Азари было создано секретное наблюдательное подразделение, специальный корпус тактической разведки. Спектры начали войну диверсионными стратегическими ударами. Планеты Кроконов погрузились во тьму, экстранеты заполнили компьютерные вирусы. Комплексы переработки антивещества были уничтожены в результате разрушительных взрывов. Станции, в которых располагались штабы, превратились в груды обломков в результате столкновения с грузовыми кораблями, начиненными взрывчаткой. Но это послужило лишь отсрочкой неизбежных событий. Война была бы проиграна, если бы не помощь неизвестной до этого расы дурианцев, которые ответили на угрозу Кроганов объявлением войны. Находясь в отдалении от себя, турианцы осуществили быстрое продвижение вглубь слабо защищенных дальних территорий Кроганов. Ответом Кроганов был сброс космических станций и астероидов на колонию турианцев. 3 планеты были превращены в безжизненные пустыни, непригодные для обитания. Это был абсолютно неверный подход. Каждый из турианцев ставит служение обществу превыше всего и готов рисковать жизнью ради защиты своих соотечественников. Угроза войны не испугала турианцев, она, наоборот, сплотила их. Превысшие силы турианцев освободили многие планеты от мародерствующих роганов, но для завершения войны пришлось применить биологическое оружие – генофаг. Испрятки длились еще несколько десятилетий. Преступные военные лидеры и группы мятежников отказывались сдаться. Некоторые из них отправились в пограничные системы и стали пиратами.
Though now extinct, the Rachni once threatened every species in Citadel space. Over 2,000 years ago, explorers foolishly opened a mass relay to a previously unknown system and encountered something never seen before or since, a species of spacefaring insects guided by a hive mind intelligence. Unfortunately, the Rachni were not peaceful, and the galaxy was plunged into a series of conflicts known as the Rachni Wars. Attempts to negotiate were futile, as it was impossible to make contact with the hive queens that guided the race from beneath the surface of their toxic home world. The emergence of the Krogan ended the Rachni Wars. Bred to survive the harshest environments, the Krogan were able to strike at the queens in their lairs and reclaim conquered council worlds. But when Krogan fleets pressed them back to their homeworld, the Rachni refused to surrender, and the Krogan eradicated them from the galaxy.
Have a pleasant day.
Да, благодарю. Так, опа.
Ah, human. This one is greatly pleased to see you here in my decadent emporium.
Who are you?
This one's face name is Delaninder, though many in this place simply refer to it as Delan. Please take time to examine the fine goods it has for purchase, all of great worth.
What exactly do you sell?
Only the finest and most luxurious items that credits can buy. This one is able to procure almost any item the human would desire, for a price, naturally.
Why do you refer to yourself as this one and it?
For the same reason that humans are so inquisitive. It is part of our culture. Specifically, Hanar only refer to themselves in the first person with family or intimates. And we rarely do so with other species. It is just our way.
Who are you?
Please take time to examine the fine goods it has.
Show me your items.
Oh, this one is pleased to do so, human. You will not be disappointed.
Все слишком дорогое, не имею права.
The Volus, the Hanar, are a Citadel species known for excessive politeness. They speak with scrupulous precision and take offense at improper language. Hanar that expect to deal with other species take special courses to help them unlearn their tendency to take offense at improper speech. All Hanar have two names. The face name is known to the world. The soul name is kept for use among close friends and relations. Hanar never refer to themselves in the first person in conversation with someone they know on a face name basis. To do so is considered egotistical. So instead they refer to themselves as this one, or the impersonal it. Their homeworld, Kajay, has 90% ocean cover and orbits an energetic white star, resulting in a permanent blanket of cloud. Due to the presence of Prothean ruins on the world, many Hanar worship them, and Hanar myths often speak of an elder race that civilized them by teaching them language.
Кредиты. Денежная единица кредит была утверждена законом о единой банковской системе Цитадели в качестве валюты для проведения межзвездных банковских операций. Кредит имеет плавающий обменный курс, который устанавливается Центральным банком в реальном времени с целью сохранения средней стоимости валют во всех участках финансовой системы. Некоторые региональные валюты стоят дороже кредита, некоторые дешевле. Наличные деньги можно украсть или подделать, поэтому электронные платежи стали общепринятым стандартом. Что более важно, наличие операций сложно отследить, поэтому они часто используются для уклонения от налогов и совершения незаконных сделок. После заключения союза между Альянсом и Цитаделью различные национальные денежные ресурсы землян стали частью финансовой системы. Человек, имеющий банковский счет в мексиканских песо, японских иенах или индийских рупиях, может приобрести любой товар за кредиты по соответствующей цене. Все участники финансовой системы обязаны устанавливать цены на свои товары как в местной валюте, так и в кредитах. Вот оно. Вот оно шо, пацаны. Стабильный курс кредита очень важен для всех раз. Что, ваза продается? Шо же, вазы? Ну ладно. И почему здесь везде одинаковый товар, просто положен немножко по-разному?
This place is a little too perfect. Like they're hiding something. I can't tell the aliens from the animals.
Да, заткнись.
Sure is peaceful here.
Когда мы были у Кроганова, что хотел сказать. У сады Кроганов. Но я не позволил, к сожалению. Выделяется это место, да? Выделяется. Интересно почему? Интересно очень. Да. Ну, мы бегаем по Цитадели. Чилим пока что. Так, о, Барлавон.
What's this? One of the Earth Clan. Ah, a very famous one, yes? You are the one called Shepard. The tale of how you survived the great tragedy on Akuz is truly remarkable. I am amazed each time I hear it.
You've got me at a disadvantage here.
Forgive me, Earth Clan. My name is Barlavon. My job makes it necessary for me to keep informed. I am a financial advisor to many important clients here on the Citadel. When someone as important as yourself arrives on the station, I take notice.
Tell me more about your job.
Galactic finance is incredibly complex. A mix of laws and regulations from dozens of interstellar economies. I'm an expert in how all these economies interact. For a fee, I share my expertise. I also offer premium services for those clients who need someone to conduct business without drawing unwanted attention. Discreet and efficient. That's my motto.
Sounds pretty shady.
Everything I do falls completely within the bounds of interstellar commerce law. Even so, many of my clients would prefer their transactions remain undisclosed. For example, suppose a Hanar ambassador was petitioning the council to reduce tariffs on Hanar goods. How would it look if he had money invested in a Hanar exporting company? Even if his true motives were to help his people, he would be accused of advancing the petition for his own personal gain. I can keep his personal finances private.
Still sounds shady to me.
Then we can only hope he will never be cursed with a large enough fortune to require my services.
What's it like living here on the Citadel?
The station is without a doubt the greatest wonder in the galaxy. It is a technological marvel, but its true splendor goes much deeper than the hull and engines. From the Presidium to the wards, the entire station is a testament to the success of the Council. All the species of Citadel spaced together in a single strong community.
What makes the Presidium so special?
It is the political center of Citadel space. 80% of all intelligent species in the known galaxy acknowledge the Council's authority on interstellar matters. But only the most powerful and influential species have embassies here on the Presidium. This level of the station is reserved for the elite, Shepard. People like us.
What are the wards like?
The cultural heart of the galaxy. They pulse with the lifeblood of millions of citizens from dozens of different species. You never know what you'll find down in the wards, Commander. It's always full of surprises. Fortunately, most of them are pleasant.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
До свидания, дружочек. Простите. Простите, пожалуйста. Больше так не буду. Опа. Смотрите, что это? Это же копия ретранслятора.
Art doesn't normally do much for me, but that relay statue, I like.
Да, ты не представляешь, насколько она великолепна и полезна. Это точно.
Look at that bug thing over there. What's it doing?
Please do not disturb the key. Welcome to Presidium Tourism Terminal 2. You are standing near the base of the Citadel Tower, one of the Presidium's most recognizable and important structures. Behind me is the spectacular Relay Monument, a scale model representation of a Prothean mass relay. To your left is one of the Keepers, the enigmatic caretakers of the Citadel, working on a control panel. You may see Keepers involved in various tasks throughout all levels of the Citadel. We ask that you do not interfere with them in any way. The Keepers are essential to the smooth operation of the Citadel. Obstructing their daily work will result in harsh penalties, including incarceration and rehabilitation.
Tell me about the Relay Monument.
Discovered by the Asari who first arrived at the Citadel, the Relay Monument is one of the station's most interesting and controversial features. What is the meaning behind this striking piece of art? Is it a tribute to Prothean vanity? A reminder of their conquest of the galaxy through mass relay technology? Or perhaps it is a symbol of unity, a Prothean acknowledgement that the relays would eventually lead other species here to the Citadel. No one can say for sure, making the Relay Monument a favorite topic of discussion among academics and scholars.
Tell me about the Relay Monument.
Discovered by the Asari who first arrived at the Citadel, what is the meaning no one can say for sure, making the Relay Monument a favorite topic of discussion among academics and scholars.
Tell me about the Citadel Tower.
Housing both the council chambers and Citadel control, the tower is one of the most important buildings on the station. Access to these areas is restricted to those with the appropriate clearance.
What happens in Citadel Control?
Citadel Control handles all incoming and outbound transit. Every ship within 2,000 kilometers of the Citadel is under the jurisdiction of Citadel Control. At peak capacity, they are responsible for monitoring upwards of 1,000 vessels.
I'd like to hear more about the Council Chambers.
The business of the Council, which often has far-reaching effects on the galactic community, is conducted in a room at the apex of the Citadel Tower. The Council Chambers themselves are truly a magnificent sight to behold, though few get to experience the view in person. Typically, only the councilors, ambassadors, and high-ranking officials, along with various support staff, are allowed access.
What if someone has business with the Council?
The average citizen must go through the proper channels if they wish an audience with the Council. This is usually arranged through their respective ambassadors. Even then, few are given access to the actual council chambers. In most cases, the ambassador acts on behalf of the citizen.
I'd like to know more about the keepers.
Little is known about these peaceful servants of the Citadel, though they are essential to the operation and maintenance of the entire station. Citadel regulations protect the keepers against interference during the performance of their tasks. Failure to comply will result in harsh penalties. Keepers can be seen in all sections of the Citadel, but are typically found in and around the tower.
Any particular reason there are so many keepers in this area?
The keepers do not communicate with other species. It is assumed, however, that the tower houses the Citadel's primary control systems. Many of the station's systems, such as navigation and life support, function automatically. It is believed the keepers operate those systems from inside the tower's inaccessible core. The keepers also make frequent appearances in the council chamber itself, though they appear to be just passing through on their way to some other destination.
That's all for now.
Thank you for using...
Ничего не делаешь, получаешь опыт, и это мне нравится. Хотя, знаешь, я так сделаю. Эти два пока что оставлю, то есть, ну пусть будут просто. Здесь так. Так, вообще плевать. Тебе электронику, дешифровку. Все. Так. Кодекс.
The Volus, when the Asari discovered the Citadel, they also discovered the Keepers, a docile, multi-limbed insect race that seemingly exists only to maintain and repair the Great Prothean Station. Early attempts to communicate with or study the Keepers were failures, and it is now illegal to interfere with or impede Keeper activity. Because they are completely non-threatening, Keepers have become virtually invisible to everyone else. Similarly, they seem indifferent to other species, except for their tendency to help new arrivals integrate themselves into the Citadel. No matter how many Keepers die due to old age, violence, or accident, they maintain a constant number. No one has discovered the source of new Keepers, but some hypothesize they are genetic constructs, biological androids created somewhere deep in the inaccessible core of the Citadel itself. Biotics is the ability of... Mass relays are feats of Prothean engineering advanced far beyond the technology of any living species. They are enormous structures scattered throughout the stars and can create corridors of virtually mass-free space, allowing instantaneous transit between locations separated by years or even centuries of travel using conventional FTL drives. Primary mass relays can propel ships thousands of light years, often from one spiral arm of the galaxy to another. However, they have fixed one-to-one connections. A primary relay connects to one other primary relay and nowhere else. Secondary relays can only propel ships across a few hundred light years. However, they are omnidirectional. A secondary relay can send a ship to any other relay within its limited range. There are many dormant primary relays whose corresponding twins have not yet been located. These are left inactive until their partner is charted, as established civilizations are unwilling to blindly open a passage that might connect them to a hostile species.
Большая часть населения Цитадели располагается в жилых секторах, в 5 массивных секциях, в которых находятся жилые и коммерческие районы. Многие расы основали здесь свои культурные сообщества. Уровень населенности и стоимости жизни в этих районах чрезвычайно высоки. На Земле подобные ситуации встречаются в таких городах, как Гонконг и Сингапур. Жилые сектора имеют открытую структуру, небоскребы выступают за пределы станции. Башни имеют герметическую конструкцию, так как толщина атмосферного слоя станции не превышает 7 метров. Атмосфера удерживается центробежной вращательной силой и плотным слоем газообразного гексафторида серы, которому не позволяет рассеять тщательно контролируемые поля эффекта массы. Из жилых секторов открывается впечатляющий вид. На заднем плане, по мере вращения станции, по темному небу перемещают звезды, туманность змея. И расположен недалеко голубой гигант Вдова. На переднем плане мерцают огни зданий и автомобилей противоположной секции жилых секторов. На цитадели отсутствует смена дня и ночи. Станция синхронизируется с галактическим временем из политических соображений. Но предпринимательская деятельность почти не прекращается. А обитатели цитадели привыкают к собственному распорядку дня в зависимости от личных нужд. Изменения и дополнения в архитектуре, которые производятся постоянно, должны соответствовать определенным техническим требованиям и не должны нарушать функционирование станции. Время от времени хранители появляются в жилых секторах и перемещают либо изменяют некоторые строения. Жители привыкли и относятся спокойно к этим странным вмешательствам. Все. Текст. Да, сейчас было странно, неважно. Жалко, я еще не могу трогать хранителей, я так хочу их. Окей. А, я тыкаю сюда, понял. А, ну мне еще не... Пора, короче, идти к спутнице. Если я вспомню, где она находится, конечно же. Ага, да ёлка. Дайте мне просто пробежать, не хочу тыкать никуда. Вот. Найс. Наконец-то мы можем взять и пройти к Шаире. Угу. Я чувствую, сегодня я вообще, в принципе, не выберусь с этой замечательной цитадели. Но, впрочем, и ладно. Кому какое дело. Ну, в любом случае, типа, без спидранов. То есть, спидрана здесь нет никакого. Все пытаюсь изучить максимально. Вот, не знаю почему, но вот Mass Effect — это единственная игра, которая прям вот настолько завлекает на самом деле. То есть Deus Ex, ну, прикольно, конечно, но там не хочется читать всякие газетки, это все вот здесь, это прям так кайфно.
Welcome, I am Naylina. I don't recognize you as one of our expected clients today. Would you like me to see when the consort will be able to meet with you?
Can't I just go in?
I'm afraid not. Yeah, you must understand there are many who seek the consort services. But if you wish to leave your name, she'll make every effort to meet with you.
Commander Shepard, with the Alliance Navy.
Excellent. You should hear something in 3 or 4 months.
Nobody's worth that much of a wait.
Well, that's not for me to judge. I have your name and you'll be contacted. Is there anything else?
What do you do here, Nolina?
I'm one of the consort's acolytes. Many of the people here today will not see the consort, but they expect to be attended to just the same. It's our job to ensure that they leave contented.
What exactly do you attend to?
Well, each acolyte has her unique abilities. Some soothe with song, others with conversation. As much as possible, we seek to match the needs of our clients to the skills of our acolytes. My specialty is touch. My fingertips can find every tension point in your body and relieve it.
I'd like to try out your services.
Excellent. I'll add you to our client list. We should be able to see you in 3 or 4 months.
What is the consort? What does she do?
It's difficult to explain. She's many things to many people and something different for each. Some seek her for advice, some for entertainment, others still for pleasure. Most of the time, our clients won't realize what they were seeking until after she has provided it for them.
You make her sound like some kind of oracle.
No, not in the usual sense. She's merely a woman with remarkable compassion and a generous spirit. I suggest you make an appointment and see for yourself.
I think I'm done here.
Oh, well, I hope you'll return again in the future. We always enjoy seeing new clients.
Naylina.
Yes, Shaira?
Send the commander up to see me. I wish to speak with him.
Yes, of course, mistress. Huh. It appears the consort has taken notice of you. She'd like to meet with you now.
Where do I go?
Just head upstairs. She'll be waiting for you.
А вот теперь не пойду. Вот я велик и великолепен. Она недостойна. Ну ладно. Ну, неотразимый. Стоп. Кто из вас, типа, просто общаетесь? Типа? Ну ладно.
This is my first time. I can't believe I didn't come.
Welcome. It is a pleasure to see you. You're with the Alliance? My brother's a private back on Earth.
Прикольно, через пару лет ему будет печально. У меня тоже ясновидящий.
That is close enough, Commander. I've heard a great many things about you since your arrival here in our citadel.
What exactly do you do?
That depends on your needs. I offer advice to some, comfort to others. I have a certain problem that could use your expertise.
Maybe I can help.
I have a friend, Septimus, a retired Turian general. I won't discuss the details, but he wanted me to be more than I could be. We had a falling out. Now he spends his days in Korra's den, drinking and spreading lies about me. If you would speak to him as a fellow soldier, I believe he will listen to you and let the matter be.
What happened between you?
I respect his privacy too much to go into the details. If he wishes to tell you what happened, that is his prerogative.
What exactly do you want me to tell him?
Appeal to his sense of honor. Remind him of his position as a general. If you can convince him to stop spreading lies about me, I would be very grateful. Now I must ask you to take...
Но мне нужно... Я хочу помочь. Хочу помочь.
your leave. I have many clients waiting to see
Да,
me.
ой, как его зовут? Ой, я забыл уже. Ну ладно. Как зовут этого Элкора? Ну, вообще, ладно. В общем, я ему хочу помочь. И...
I'd spend all day here if I could.
Ты можешь? Ты этим занимаешься, если ты не заметил? Ну да ладно. Так. Да, погнали, короче. А, какой президент? А, ну да, да, все правильно. Что? Да. Во-во-во. Найс.
Sure is peaceful here.
Меня обязывают поговорить совет. Ну ладно. Раз обязан, то права не имею что-то высказывать. Окей. Ох ты.
Saren's hiding something. Give me more time. Stall them.
Stall the council? Don't be ridiculous. Your investigation is over, Garrus.
Commander Shepard, Garrus Vicarian. I was the officer in charge of the CSEC investigation into Saren.
Sounds like you really want to bring him down.
I don't trust him. Something about him rubs me the wrong way. But he's a Spectre. Everything he touches is classified. I can't find any hard evidence.
I think the council's ready for us, Commander.
Good luck, Shepard. Maybe they'll listen to you.
Конечно, ну-ка.
You don't want to keep the council waiting.
А я имею право, я великолепен. Гарус. И ты еще ничего. Ты молодой еще. Научишься. Так, кто у нас тут где-нибудь есть? Ну, здесь только хранители везде.
Don't be ridiculous. The Volus won't be joining the council for years.
I'm not so sure. The humans are making a strong push, and you can bet the Volus will be right on their coattails if they succeed.
Allowing the humans to join us is a sound strategic move. But the Volus? No. The Hanar are likely to be next, then the Elcor.
You may be right, though the Hanar need to lighten up a bit first.
You just don't like them because you have trouble understanding them.
No, I'm waiting to... Commander? Commander?
The hearing's already started. Come on.
The Geth attack is a matter of some concern, but there is nothing to indicate Saren was involved in any way.
The investigation by Citadel Security turned up no evidence to support your charge of treason.
An eyewitness saw him kill Nihilus in cold blood.
We've read the Iden Prime reports, Ambassador. The testimony of one traumatized dock worker is hardly compelling proof.
I resent these accusations. Nihilus was a fellow Spectre and a friend.
That just let you catch him off guard.
Captain Anderson, you always seem to be involved when humanity makes false charges against me. And this must be your protege, Commander Shepard, the one who let the beacon get destroyed.
The mission to Iden Prime was top secret. The only way you could know about the beacon was if you were there.
With Nihilus gone, his files passed on to me. I read the Iden Prime report. I was unimpressed. But what can you expect from a human?
Saren despises humanity. That's why he attacked Iden Prime.
Your species needs to learn its place, Shepard. You're not ready to join the Council. You're not even ready to join the Spectres.
He has no right to say that. That's not his decision.
Shepard's admission into the Spectres is not the purpose of this meeting.
This meeting has no purpose. The humans are wasting your time, Counselor, and mine.
Saren's hiding behind his position as a Spectre. You need to open your eyes.
What we need is evidence. So far, we've seen nothing.
There is still one outstanding issue. Commander Shepard's vision. It may have been triggered by the beacon.
Are we allowing dreams into evidence now? How can I defend my innocence against this kind of testimony?
I agree. Our judgment must be based on facts and evidence, not wild imaginings and reckless speculation.
Do you have anything else to add, Commander Shepard?
You've made your decision. I won't waste my breath.
The Council has found no evidence of any connection between Saren and the Geth. Ambassador, your petition to have him disbarred from the Spectres is denied.
I'm glad to see justice was served.
This meeting is adjourned.
It was a mistake bringing you into that hearing, Captain. You and Saren have too much history. It made the Council question our motives.
I know Saren. He's working with the Geth for one reason. To exterminate the entire human race. Every colony we have is at risk. Every world we control is in danger. Even Earth isn't safe.
Tell me about this history between you and Saren.
I worked with him on a mission a long time ago. Things went bad. Real bad. We shouldn't talk about this here. But I know what he's like. And he has to be stopped.
What's our next step?
As a Spectre, he's virtually untouchable. We need to find some way to expose him.
What about Garrus, that CSEC investigator? We saw him arguing with the Executor.
That's right. He was asking for more time to finish his report. Seems like he was close to finding something on Saren.
Any idea where we could find him?
I have a contact in CSEC who can help us track Garrus down. His name is Harkin.
Forget it. They suspended Harkin last month, drinking on the job. I won't waste my time with that loser.
You won't have to. I don't want the Council using your past history with Saren as an excuse to ignore anything we turn up. Shepard will handle this.
You can't just cut Captain Anderson out of this investigation.
The Ambassador's right. I need to step aside.
I need to take care of some business. Captain, meet me in my office later.
Harkin's probably getting drunk at Cora's Den. It's a dingy little club in the lower section of the wards.
Maybe there's another way to find evidence against Saren.
You should talk to Barla Vaughn over in the financial district. Rumor has it he's an agent for the Shadow Broker.
The Shadow Broker?
An information dealer. Buys and sells secrets to the highest bidder. I've heard Barla Vaughn's one of the top representatives. He might know something about Saren, but his information won't come cheap.
Our ambassador doesn't seem to get along with the council.
He's just frustrated. The council's always preaching that we need to be part of the galactic community. But for them, it's a one-way street. They want us to expand and settle unstable regions like the Skillian Verge and the Attican Traverse. But when we run into trouble, they don't want to help us out. Everyone knows it's only a matter of time until we get a seat on the council. The ambassador just thinks it should happen sooner rather than later. And I agree.
Maybe they'd let us join the council if we were more willing to cooperate with the other species.
Of course they would. If we did everything they told us to, they'd love to have us on the council. But it wouldn't be much of a deal for us. I understand their side. They don't want us dominating the council. It's founded on cooperation and alliances. But we have to look out for our own interests, too.
You don't think much of Harkin.
The guy joined CSEC about 20 years ago. He's been an embarrassment to our species ever since. Roughing up suspects in custody, bribery accusations, alcohol and drug use. The embassy used to step in when he got in trouble. But I guess enough was enough.
The guy's a scumbag. He should have been cut loose a long time ago.
He was one of the first human CSEC officers. Guess it would have looked bad if he got fired. A lot of backroom deals were worked out over the years to keep him on the force. Politics is a dirty business sometimes, but it looks like his time's run out. We've got enough humans in CSEC now to stop protecting him.
I want to know more about the Spectres.
They're not your typical government agency. They tend to work alone, behind the scenes. They take care of problems the Council can't. It's not easy preserving peace across an entire galaxy. The Council prefers to use diplomacy and negotiation. But sometimes more extreme measures are needed.
How do they decide who becomes a Spectre?
You can't just apply to join. There's no training program. Spectres aren't made. They're born. The Council's always looking for exceptional individuals. People who can get the job done, like you. They've been watching you for years. They see something in you. They want you on their side. Nihilus was supposed to give them a final recommendation, but with him gone, things are still up in the air.
They sound like shadow operatives.
Everything about them is classified. We don't even know how many there are. The latest Alliance estimate puts their numbers under 100. But the Council couldn't do its job without them. They're the Citadel's top agents, the last line of defense, the final option before open war. The entire galaxy respects and fears them. If a Spectre shows up, you know something big is about to happen.
What's their command structure like?
There is no command structure. Each Spectre answers directly to the Council. Sometimes they're sent on specific missions. Other times, they act on their own. They tend to operate outside the law, do whatever it takes to accomplish their goals. The Council just turns a blind eye. Spectres have a lot of power, Shepard.
Tell me more about the Shadow Broker.
He's a necessary evil of galactic politics. Buying and selling information is a part of the game, and the Shadow Broker just happens to be the best player on the field. Always sells to the highest bidder. Doesn't get involved in politics, doesn't pick sides. A simple system, but it works. He's not a threat to anyone, not directly. He's just a resource we can use, or she is. Or maybe they are. Nobody really knows.
Tell me about Barla Vaughn.
He specializes in moving large sums of money without leaving a paper trail. A financial genius, doesn't do anything illegal, but he knows all the loopholes. He's got an impressive client list. Ambassadors, diplomats, Spectres. That's probably why the Shadow Broker uses him.
You and Saren have a history. What happened?
About 20 years ago, I was part of a mission in the Skillian Verge. I was working with Saren to find and remove a known terrorist threat. Saren eliminated his target, but a lot of people died along the way, innocent people. And the official records just covered it all up. But I saw how he operates. No conscience, no hesitation. He'd kill 1,000 innocent civilians to end a war without a second thought.
Killing innocents doesn't end wars, it causes them.
I know how the world works, Commander. Sometimes you're forced to make unpleasant decisions. But only if there's no other way. Saren doesn't even look for another option. He's twisted, broken. He likes the violence, the killing. And he knows how to cover his tracks.
I should go.
Good luck, Shepard. I'll be over in the ambassador's office if you need anything else.
Здорово, это я, Леха, с канала Гуинг, и я решил разделить серию на две части, потому что там 2,5 часа, и мне кажется, для вас это слишком жестко. Вот. Но зато она выйдет прям завтра, я думаю. Это будет классно. ББ.